Celebrations are great. You see some great celebrations, some dances, unique things, dedicating a goal to something. This is the coldest. This is the kind of aura about a footballer when he scores a goal. You'll probably see all these players had an aura. They had something about them. In at number 10, Balotelli's stare against Germany. That goal for Italy in the Euros 2012. It was a fantastic goal. It was a thunderbolt of a strike. And I think that also lends a little bit towards the celebration. The harder you hit it, the better the goal is, the more aura you can have, the colder your celebration can be. And that strike was unbelievable, and Balotelli deserved to do that celebration, took his top off and just stared. He was nuts, Balotelli. Let's be honest, he was absolutely nuts. At number 9, Wilfried Zaha laughing in the face of Emi Martinez. What I love about this is he's so unbothered by Emi Martinez, and Emi Martinez is so furious. I think the penalty had gone a little bit back and forth where there was players trying to put Zaha off, but he came up and took the penalty and put it away comfortably and then kind of celebrated, but didn't celebrate and in a jokey way in front of Emi Martinez. And I love that, because Emi Martinez, by the way, can give it, so he should be able to take it as well. At number 8, corner flag obliteration. This is Jamie Vardy's absolute annihilation of the corner flag against Sheffield United. What's different about this goal is that it was in front of zero crowd. It was during the lockdowns. So Jamie Vardy, to have a cold celebration when there's no fans in the stadium, that's pretty impressive. Jamie Vardy's catalogue of celebrations is brilliant. He's always out there to wind up fans. But this one I love, because he's gone for the corner flag and he's absolutely destroyed it. Number 7, Ronaldo. Ronaldo's karma celebration against Barcelona. This was a big energy goal. This was a goal where it was like the biggest stage. Those Clásicos, I remember watching those Clásicos, and oh my god, they were the best days. They were the best days of football. The Messi versus Ronaldo Clásicos, and that's forgetting all the other unbelievable talent that was on the pitch at the time. But that goal in front of the fans, and then to just karma, he's almost like he's the king of the world in that moment. He is the absolute don of football at that point. And to do that celebration unbothered, it was magic. Number 6, we've got Henry. Is that enough? This is the celebration which I think maybe I remember the most of the Premier League era when growing up. It was a game between Arsenal and Wigan, and Henry was trying to take a free kick. And I think the Arsenal team have been criticised for trying to take free kicks quickly. The referees had spotted that, and I think the referee at the time, yes, it was Graham Poll. Graham Poll had tried to stop Henry from taking that free kick quickly. And it's about 30, 40 yards out. It's monstrous. And he's just smashed it into the bottom corner and beat the goalkeeper. Turned round, looked at the referee and said, "Is that enough?" Henry was the coldest player that I can remember. He was the player with the most quote-unquote aura that I can remember when growing up. And that goal, not just a brilliant goal, but an iconic celebration as well. At number 5, we've got that man again, Mario Balotelli. One of the most iconic celebrations in Premier League history. It's the "Why Always Me." He scores in a Manchester derby. It's a killer for United fans, and he turns round after having a lot of press, a lot of media attention. By the way, his fault for that. And turns around, lifts up a top, and underneath it says "Why Always Me." One of the most iconic. It's a brilliant celebration. He's actually gone to the effort and printed it all out, got it all made, kind of knowing that he's going to score in the Manchester derby, which is fairly impressive, you've got to admit. Number 4, Aguero's moment. That Aguero goal. It's the occasion, it's the goal, but it's the last minute, it's the celebration of the crowd. Everything about it is amazing, and you have to admit it. The top comes off, he's whirling it around, he's loving up the fans, and I think he probably just loses himself in the moment. Those images of him celebrating are just iconic. They're absolutely brilliant. Number 3, we have got Eric Cantona's chip against Sunderland. This was the epitome of Eric Cantona and who he was and what he provided for this Manchester United side. He provided a class, a confidence and arrogance that Manchester United needed during those years. And there's a brilliant backstory behind that Eric Cantona chip. what had happened previously in the tunnel. Eric Cantona had gone up to the goalkeeper who he'd previously played with. He's gone to shake his hand because he hadn't seen him since they last played together. And apparently, according to Eric Cantona, the goalkeeper had refused his handshake and ignored him. And what a way to pay it back, that he chips him in that way, the most humiliating way, and then celebrates like that. He kind of just taking it all in. Like the collar up, again, iconic celebration and an iconic player in Premier League history. Number 2, Adebayor's sprint against Arsenal. This is amazing. It is amazing. The fact that he's got the audacity to run the full length of the pitch, he's got that hatred in him towards the Arsenal fans, who, by the way, were giving it him all game. He's gone to City and then he's scored a goal against his former club and run the full length of the pitch and just taken the abuse. Him alone, kind of knee sliding there in front of the fans, is unbelievable. It was a magic watch, an amazing moment in Premier League history, you have to admit, and even Arsenal fans have to admit that. At number 1, I think the coldest celebration in the history of football is Lionel Messi's, the Messiah. He's holding his shirt up in front of the fans during a Clasico after scoring the winner, and it was a brilliant goal. It was a brilliant comeback from Barcelona that day. And yeah, he goes to the fans, stands up, and then takes his shirt off and shows his name on the back of the shirt. The greatest, the best player that's ever played the game. It's his moment. That's his moment, and it is a brilliant celebration. But it then became iconic in itself that, you know, taking your shirt off was one thing, but then turning it around, showing the fans who you are, that it's all about you. It's cold, and you've got to admit that.